touch me! I hate you! I hate you!
I'm gonna go.
Why don't you just go? Get out! Leave! Go! Go!
It was a much-loved film based on a best-selling novel. Get out your hankies. The Notebook opened this past week on Broadway. David Pogue talks about the story's enduring appeal with author Nicholas Sparks.
Every Broadway show has a souvenir stand for things like t-shirts and mugs. But at a new musical that opened this past week, they're selling this.
I guess this is one of the hottest little merch on Broadway, according to articles that I've been reading. It is a tissue box. It's got the logo of the play.
Nicholas Sparks has published 24 romance novels, all bestsellers. They've sold 130 million copies and have been made into 11 movies. But the very first one he published is his biggest seller of all, The Notebook from 1996.
I wrote you every day for a year.
You wrote me?
Yes. It wasn't over. It still isn't over.
The 2004 movie version put young Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams on the map and became a romance classic. And now, it's a Broadway musical.
Of course, I was here on opening night. It's unbelievable.
You didn't cry, did you?
Yeah, I got a little. You get a little weepy.
And he's not alone.
Did you cry at all?
From the jump.
Did you cry?
I did. Only, one elegant eye.
You took a curtain call with the cast on opening night. Was that your first time on a Broadway stage?
Oh, yeah. Shoot. It's my first time backstage. I'm looking around like a tourist.
Every version of The Notebook has employed a framing device. As the end of his life approaches, husband Noah reads from a notebook to his wife Allie, who has Alzheimer's disease. It's the notebook containing the story of their own decades-long love.
Take me back, one day, take me back.
That was a story inspired by my ex-wife's grandparents. They met when they were young. They were separated for years. She meets someone else. She comes back, finds her first true love, and they live long and happy. And then in their final years, age begins to take its toll.
Hey, I'm Noah.
I'm Allie.
Is there any shame in hearing this show described as a tearjerker?
I don't mind it. If we are the play that makes you feel things / cry, then there are worse boxes to be in.
Playwright Becca Brunstetter wrote the script, and songwriter Ingrid Michaelson wrote the music and lyrics. I spoke to them on opening night.
Oh, yes, we normally don't wear matching blazers and have this much makeup on.
It's the first time either of them has worked on a Broadway show.
I thought, I can do this. I can figure out how to make people who are going to come with their arms folded unfold their arms, basically.
And then let's all laugh, and kind of combining those two things constantly, because laughter and tears are just so right there next to each other all the time.
In the musical, 3 pairs of actors play the couple at 3 different ages.
From the very beginning, we knew we wanted 3 Allies and 3 Noahs. You can have an older version of a character watching their younger self, especially since we are dealing with memory so much and losing memory and fragmented memory, that having these other versions of themselves on stage were really helpful.
No Nicholas Sparks romance novel has ever included a black main character, but in the musical, Noah and Allie seem to change races fluidly at different ages.
I love you, Allie.
I asked co-directors Michael Greif and Shelley Williams about that.
Race is not the story. You're seeing the spirit of who they are. You're seeing not only their essence, but their experience. And for someone like me who grew up looking at theater through a window and never through a mirror, being able to see myself on stage is powerful.
It grew out of how do we do this in the best possible way? Unique, and I think very wonderful casting idea.
Many on the creative team relate deeply to the dementia depicted in the show.
My mom has Alzheimer's, and so when I read the story, it really spoke to me.
I also have a grandfather who had Alzheimer's, so I had witnessed it firsthand. And it seems like pretty much everyone has a grandparent or an aunt or an uncle or a sibling, so it's,
With some form of dementia.
Or yeah.
Does it affect the writing?
Yeah. I mean, all of that is in there from us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then making love and babies, raising hell and then heaven, to sadness and its joy.
Reviews of the musical have ranged from rave to reserved. But Nicholas Sparks suspects that a story this universal will be critic-proof.
It is a love story. It is a story of young love. It is a story of reunited love. It's a story of everlasting love. It is also a story of memory.
And speaking of eternal themes, remember that box of tissues? Turns out the musical's producers weren't the first to recognize the marketing potential of Kleenex.
30 years ago, when the Notebook novel first came out, this, of course, is what we sent to critics and bookstore owners. And look at this. This was it. We gave them a hanky for their tears.
Oh, come on.
The Notebook and genuine emotion
Yep.
have always gone
You sat
hand
around a
in hand.
handkerchief with the books to the critics. Oh my gosh. It's 30 years now, it's disposable paper, but it's the same idea.
It's the same idea.